Is it working?
Yep, it's working. We're recording.
Yay! Okay, hey everybody. It is September 11th, 2018, and this is our monthly second Tuesday of the month dual team call. So we've got two organizations represented here. We've got Carissa Perzo's org, Team Believers, and then we've got the Troutman org, Kayla Troutman with Uplift org. And so we do these calls the second Tuesday of every month, not so that you have to listen to Carissa and I talk, so that you guys get a chance to see each other, hear some cool tips and what's happening in Wild Tree, and just feel connected as a team no matter where you live in the country. So if you're on live tonight, thank you so much. And if you are tuning into the recording, thank you so much for investing in your business. Let's get started with good news. And the only thing I always ask, I'm going to be the crazy lady, if you have background noise tonight, can you please keep your phone muted so that when people listen back to this in the coming weeks, they have a really good recording line to listen to. But right now, please feel free to unmute yourself no matter how crazy your house is and share your good news, and then you can just unmute yourself again. So good news in life or good news in business? Let's hear it.
I have my first launching party this Friday.
Yay! Woohoo! We're so excited!
Yay!
And I got like 5 orders coming in.
Awesome.
That is so awesome. We're so excited for you. Yay!
I talked to my mom, and she needs 2 books and 2 order forms.
Awesome, awesome. Good job. Keep it up. We can't wait to hear how it goes after Friday.
And I'm Nikki Olson. I'm a new rep. I just joined like not too long ago, like literally like a few days ago.
Awesome. Yay!
So my launching party's this Friday.
Awesome job. Thank you, Nikki, for jumping on. Thank you for sharing. We can't wait to hear about it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Who else? Keep it going, guys. Who else?
Everybody's muted from what I can see.
That's because they're scared of the crazy mute lady who's going to come after them if they make too much background noise. I'm so sorry that my brain can't focus if there's noise.
We should all learn like signs, like I'm excited because I'm starting to fill up my my goal while the system was down last week. On top of like doing the training stuff, my goal was to fill up the rest of October, November, and I've been doing that. So I'm just really excited to be at that point on September 11th.
I want to share my good news too. I'm so excited that I made it through the system transition and didn't cry. I almost had tears Sunday, but I have actually not cried one time, and I submitted my first orders, and I didn't have a mental breakdown, and I seriously think it's thanks to, if you haven't read the book, The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, I highly recommend it. It's really good. Oh no, did I freeze?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Who else has good news?
I think my best news is that thank God school started, you guys. Like seriously, I needed that. So thank you for school.
Cheers.
Yeah.
These are the cups I serve at my parties so that I can just throw them away and I don't have to do dishes.
I love it. I love this. Come on, a couple more and then we'll get started. We got a really good agenda here.
There's a lot of people on the phone too, so unmute on your phone and let us know.
It can be anything, you guys. I just shared that I didn't cry when I put my first order in. Like, it can be anything.
Hi, this is Haley.
Hey!
I wanted to share that I am on track to get the rolling cooler in the Get Cooking sales campaign for new reps.
Yay! That's awesome!
It is.
So I'm hoping, I have a workshop pre-order I'm submitting tonight, so that should get me to the $2,000 I need. I think I'm hitting it by like $50 that I'll get the rolling cooler by.
That is so exciting, and you should be so proud of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yay, Haley! And you got to post pictures.
Yeah, I get goosebumps when you guys share that kind of stuff because I feel it's such a pleasure and such an honor to get to work with you guys. Every person on this phone, whether you're launching Friday night like Nicole, or you're booking up your fall like Carissa because she's got goals for her family, or whether you're earning the prizes that are offered to you by the company, like so excited to work with you. Congratulations. That's so awesome. Who else? At least one more. There's way too many people on here to only have us celebrate here. Come on, people.
I'm excited because I should get the spoon because I got $1,000 more than last month in the August challenge for the company.
That's amazing. Yay, that's awesome.
Yeah, be super proud of that. You're just kind of like, oh, like that's yay, that's good. You'll be cooking with that every day.
Yeah, literally it's not about the thing either sometimes, right? But it's about knowing that you pushed yourself to go for it. And we're actually going to wrap up the call tonight with a little pep talk on that. So, okay, anyone else? One more.
This is Rachel. It's not Wild Tree related, but at work I survived my first SOX audit by myself without the controller helping me, and we passed. So yay us.
Yay, that's awesome. That's so good. It doesn't always have to be business related. There's a little secret about this industry, and that is when the rest of your life, kind of the pieces are falling into place, it makes it a lot easier to rock your business too and stay focused. So I'm so happy that you shared that. That's awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and lead us in, and Chris is going to help me here. We are running a pretty big thing starting next week, Monday, and it's a group, it's an accountability group, and it's called Food as Fuel as we fall back to school. So food as fuel as we fall back to school, and it's going to be a group where we focus on nutrition, we focus on serving our customers, we focus on helping ourselves get back into healthy habits for the fall, add in some fitness and motivation, water reminders, all the things that we should be doing as representatives, but then also as healthy consumers of Wild Tree, so our customers. So we have given you guys the tools. It's in our team page. Just search those words, food as fuel, and you should be able to find a Google Doc, and that has all the information in it. Please read the Google Doc. And the Facebook group, you can actually find the link there and click on it, and we'll get you in if you're not in already. But basically, we do one post a day right now during prep week. This is prep week. And then starting next week, we'll have our fitness post where we're posting selfies of our workouts. We'll have our meal post where we're sharing our recipes and what we're cooking. We're going to have it all laid out really well for our customers. Chris and I are putting a lot of heart into this because we really want to help you guys and help our entire customer base see that this is not a one-time purchase. Wild Tree Wellness Shakes for 15 days is not just because you came to a party and you want to support your hostess, but it's a real dietary resource. It's something that they can use for a meal or for post-workout snack or whatever. Same thing for the workshop kids or the dinners and a dash. We want our customers to live this as a lifestyle. Plus, we made it so that you're eligible for the group, representative and customers, when you get into Club Wild Tree, or AKA spend $49 in Wild Tree products. It's kind of the buy-in. We're kind of mimicking some of the other companies out there that do groups like this, accountability, and have a buy-in, like Shakeology is Beachbodies, and there's different nutrition plans that you can buy and then be put into a support group for it. And this is how we're doing ours. So, Carissa, what am I missing in the main details of that? Can you help me?
No, just that every rep needs to also be a part of the Club Wild Tree, because obviously we want good habits instilled into us too, because we sell something. Obviously, we want to be using the products and sharing and letting people know that, hey, just because I sell taco seasoning, you got to know your stuff. Like, so we want all the reps that are participating to be involved in Club Wild Trees too. A couple of questions I did get too from some customers, because they're like, well, do I have to get the same thing every month? No, like, let your customers know they can change it up. They don't just have to be on shakes. They don't just have to be on freezer meals or whatever. Like, they can change it up as they go, but they have to commit to that $49 that Kayla was saying, to be in the group. And if sometimes, it sounds you think it sounds maybe a little harsh, but honestly, otherwise people are just kind of in a group just to be in a group and they're not doing anything anyway, so what's the point? So this is just kind of like more accountability with us as representatives, and then also our customers to have them have good habits with Wild Tree. Like really focus on Wild Tree.
Yeah, and so Club Wild Tree, guys, is kind of the second thing we wanted to just touch on tonight. We're still figuring out all the logistics right with you. So please note, I know the question's into Wild Tree right now, like how do we see who's already in Club Wild Tree? How do we see if a customer has chosen, like when they place an order at a party? How do we know if they clicked, yes, I want to join Club Wild Tree, if we weren't like right there when they were going through the checkout process? So just know we are figuring those details out, but don't let the details hang you up. What we're trying to help you guys see, and what we want to teach ourselves too, is most of us are already using $49 worth of products every month anyway. So why not get into Club Wild Tree and make sure you get locked in at that awesome percentage back in rebates every month. So you guys, maybe you don't know this, I'll quickly go over it. If you're in Club Wild Tree and you spend $49 a month for 6 months, you're getting 10% back every month in a rebate. That goes into your account, and it shows under My Account when you click on your little drop down menu in the back office. Before you get in the back office, when you're first in www.wildtree.com and you sign in, on that page where you go to drop down to select Roots is our computer system, our back office. There's also an option called My Account, and that's where you can see your rewards. So for example, I have $9 in there from what I did not spend in the past, and so it's sitting there. After this month, I placed my $100 order, let's say, I'll have $19 sitting there instead. So for the first 6 months, you get 10% back. For the next 6 months, you get 15% back, and then after that, you get 20% back. So why are we trying to like really drill this in with this fitness challenge group? Like Carissa said, if you don't have some kind of pain point, a little bit of purchase, most of us don't take things as serious. Also, once your customers realize that, let's say they are a shake user and they just get 1 canister of shakes a month, but over the next 6 months, they add up those rewards, they can choose a free canister of shakes, or they can get a workshop kit almost entirely free. So it's kind of like having a party, and the benefit for you is the residual income piece. So that's what we're really trying to just make sure you guys know, like the details are coming. They're going to do some more training on Club Wild Tree, and you guys will be able to really see that and support your customers and thank them for being there. But don't get too wrapped up on the details today, this week. The main thing is just getting customers into that group to start the process of them seeing, oh yeah, I do use Wild Tree every day. I use it in my oats in the morning, and I drink a shake or make a salad for lunch, and I use a freezer meal for dinner, or dinner's in a dash. We want it to be a lifestyle. So did I touch on that good, Carissa?
Yep.
Okay, anybody have questions on our group we're doing and on Club Wild Tree? Again, just pretty a large overview at this point, like not going into finite details because we're still trying to figure some of those details out ourselves with our new system.
And anybody and everybody can be invited. Anybody and everybody. You don't have to just just talk to people about it. Don't worry about, like Kayla said, in that Google Doc, there's words in there. Don't worry about what you have to say to people. Just invite them.
Yeah, and that's going to kind of roll into what we want to spend the rest of our time together on tonight. So here's a couple of things I've heard in the last couple of days, or Carissa's heard in the last couple of days, and we want to say these back to you and then give you the answer as a group. So we've been asked, hey, what are you saying to people that you think would be amazing at Wild Tree? Hey, I saw that you added 2 bookings to the team calendar. How did you get those? Who are you messaging? Who are you asking? Hey, I saw that you had a $1,000 tasting last month. Holy cow. How many people were there? What did you do? What did you say? Hey, I'm still having a hard time figuring out like how to even log into the back office. Where do I go? All of these things are things that Carissa and I hear on a regular basis, and they're all excellent questions. So tonight we thought we would help you all, whether you're a team leader listening to this or whether you're brand new and you are launching your business like in a couple days. Here's a trick for you. If you've been here for a while, you might be used to what I would call band-aiding the problem. So we had a computer system that wasn't great. It was functional, but it wasn't fantastic. And we didn't always have a great marketing team and a great training team. You guys, we were a small mom and pop company. So over the last year, Wild Tree has totally done a 180. We have a marketing team. We have a custom made system done by an IT department that knows what they're doing. Like, we have all these amazing things now. And of all the questions I just asked, most of those questions, the words or like, what are we saying or how are we booking parties, it's all now done for you. So I want you all to grab a piece of paper. I'm going to give you a second. So I want everyone to do this. I don't care if you're a team leader or if you're a brand new rep. Everybody just play along. Remember, I wanted to be a teacher in my first life when I started college. Then I changed my mind. And you are all so thankful that your children do not have me as their teacher, because I don't always say the most appropriate words. Okay, are you ready? On your piece of paper, I want you to write down, it's all done for me. Write that down. And that I want you to realize that when you click on training in our roots, our back office, okay, when you click on training, and if you don't know how to find that, I want you to message your upline tonight and say, I don't know how to find the training. But when you click into that site, it literally takes you through your entire business. Getting started 101, and then parties 101, and then sales 101, recruiting 101, and now you guys, roots 101, our back office. So when we hear things like, what are you saying to interested recruit leads? Carissa and I, you guys, are going in there and we're taking those same sentences that Sonara taught us in Recruiting 101. Or when you're looking for bookings for parties, we're taking the same sentences, the structure. And yes, of course, I'm putting a Kayla Troutman F-bomb spin on it. Like, you know I'm doing that. But I'm not doing anything fancy. I don't say, I'm just going to use Sherry because she's on my screen. I'm not messaging Sherry, my past hostess, and saying, Sherry, I am so intelligent and I have all these perfect words. Will you join my team? Because I would be an amazing upline to you. You guys, it sounds like this. Hey, Sherry, you popped into my mind today because I was driving 3 hours home from Onalaska with nothing to do but think of you, and I'm wondering why you're not yet on my Wild Tree team. Like, that is literally something I would say in a message to somebody because my heart thought of her, and I really want to know why she hasn't jumped on board yet. So I just really encourage you guys. Like, I get teary-eyed. I'm going to cry. I get teary-eyed thinking about it. Like, the person that shared this opportunity with me, you guys, she had 4 too many glasses of wine, and she literally looked at me and just said, you'd be so good at this. Do you think that was like some scripted thing she had or some special words? I just felt like amazing that she was like even paying attention to me at the party. I was like, I would? Okay, sign me up. Okay, it wasn't quite that easy. But Carissa, like, can you help me build on this? Like, we have all the tools we need. They have everything they need. Like, why did you and I think this was important tonight to cover?
Because sometimes when we sit, so for me, for example, today, so by the time my little guy I have 4 kids for those that don't know. So I had 2 that I shuffled off to class or to school. One, my 4-year-old has afternoon school, so he has swim lessons in the morning, and then Nora does swim lessons like a mom and me, like a parent and me thing. And by the time then my 4-year-old goes to school and I get Nora fed and put her down for a nap, by 12:30, I don't want to do shit. Like, I don't want to do anything. I'm spent. Like, I was running around all over the place, being all crazy. So then, you sit down, and I feel like when I do get that hour or 2 hours, when we all get this hour and 2 hours to like do something and work, sometimes our brains start to overthink everything. Like, okay, I have this stack of these people and I know that they're interested in booking, but I just don't know what to say. And then you sit here and you scroll Facebook and you're trying to find, I don't know what you're trying to find, but you're scrolling through Facebook, and then you look back at the stack of people and you're like, I don't know what to say to these people. Like, what? I haven't talked to them since high school. I haven't talked to her since Susie's party. She probably doesn't even remember who I am. I'm not going to, and you just have these conversations with yourself. And then an hour later, you're like, well, I can't work anymore. So I got to go get the kids, or I got this, or I got whatever going on, when it's like just sitting down and just doing it. Like, I just sat down, like, to Kayla. I was like, oh my gosh, because obviously all know Kayla and I pace together. So I was like, I don't want to work. She's like, sit your ass down and work. I'm like, I don't want to do this. But when I sat down and I just started to do I just pulled up my computer and I just started emailing and I just started messaging, and whatever came to my mind for that particular person, like Kayla said, like this girl, I'm going to give you an example because this happened today. This girl, Heather, I have her customer care somewhere around here. Heather, haven't talked to her since 2017, last summer, no joke. Have not talked to her. Last time I sent her a message was August of last year. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to find her on Facebook. I'm going to send her a message. Found her on Facebook, sent her a message, whatever I felt at that moment. Hey, met you at Jenny's last summer. Can you believe it? I feel so bad that I haven't messaged you since last summer, and I just want to see, are there any like stressors when it comes to mealtime? I just like left it at that. And she's like, oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, no, I haven't tried anything other than what you shared with me. And I just got the conversation going here. She's having a party at the end of the month with me. And it was just because I sat down and I looked at the customer care, kind of remembered if you do the training and you do proper follow-up and things like that, or you write down notes for people, you kind of remember like things like about them, you know. And I just reached out and was like, hey, how's it going? What's mealtime look like to you? I have not talked to this woman in almost, over a year, and now she's having a party. So I think the reason why we wanted to touch on this, this subject or topic or whatever, is because we get in our own heads and we just sit there and we find all these other things to do versus just sitting down and hammering out what needs to be done to take our business to the next step, to take your business to that next party, to take your business to that next recruit. We're not doing what we need to do.
Yeah, can I add something, Carissa? Yeah. So the biggest thing that we wanted you to take away is, I'm guilty of this too. I hide behind the broken things in life. Like Carissa was saying, she hides sometimes behind like her kids because they are the reason she's tired. Like, they're awesome kids. Her kids are amazing if you haven't met them. But like, she's tired when she sits down first at 12:30 to work. And that's a real conversation we had today. She messaged me. She said, I don't want to work. And I literally said, sit your ass down and do the work. I do not have time to go back and forth with you right now. I'm trying to like keep my kid alive and get out the door. Like, we got this together. But here's the difference. We have realized over the last year that like, whether the system was bad or good, we had such a strong, compelling vision for our families and for our lives that we just didn't hide behind that. We just worked our business anyway. Now that the system's going to be fixed and all of you have all the resources we need, you have all you need. There isn't anything to hide behind. So you have to stop telling yourself that those people don't want to hear from you, or nobody wants to join your team, or I don't want to ask people about booking because it's weird, or I don't want to look like the crazy Beachbody coach on Facebook who messages everybody. Like, here's the thing, then don't be the crazy Beachbody coach. P.S. I love Beachbody, that is not bashing them, but just be you, but you got to do the work. We wanted you to know that, like, the words are there, and please, if you really are stuck, then reach out with a canned message that you were going to send, and we'll tell you if it sounds spammy or weird, or if it's not something we would use. But I'm telling you, like, the training in the back office is amazing. It's the best we've ever had. I see Jess Huffman's on and other people. I know they're going to say, yes, this training is light years better than what we had 4 years ago. Okay, we didn't have anything 4 years ago. And yes, we struggled, and we see she's laughing, and we paved our own way, but we got through it. And so now there's nothing stopping you. So what we want to wrap up tonight with is, so number one, we're so thankful all of you got on tonight because we actually think this is going to be one of the most important messages we ever leave you with. Number two, you have all you need. Don't stand in your own way, because whatever your goal is, Becky's on, Dawn is on, whatever your goal is, it's the perfect goal to have. But it isn't going to happen by posting a shake selfie on Facebook. And it ain't going to happen by blaming Wild Tree because an order didn't ship right or you didn't get a tracking number or whatever. It's only going to happen when you go out and do the reaches. What we want to end this with is just some stats. If you did not listen to Sanara's call last week, Tuesday, she did the team builder call, we call it, which is now like our business builder call, our company sponsored call every Tuesday. It's recorded and you can find it in tools under personal development. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you just a sneak peek. She basically went through and shared what happens if you are brave, fearless enough to share the business opportunity with 3 people this month. What that does, because obviously she's picking that number based on the gorgeous, Kayla Troutman wants it green necklace that we can earn this month. Okay, I really want the Kendra Scott necklace. So share the business with 3 people, and if each of those people launch their business, you get the necklace. That's it. You just got to have them launch. If 2 of those people stick with you and do a couple parties a month for the next year, and you do 4 parties a month, so $2,000 in personal sales, not only will you be a team leader 2 months from now, but you would make at the end of the year, and she's got it all broken out, I'm just giving you the abbreviated version, $41,000. $41,000. If that doesn't make you get excited, like, I think maybe you're in the wrong industry, because that gets me excited. And when Chris and I were sitting together last Friday working at a little coffee shop together, we were looking at it going, oh my gosh, Sonara made this a very realistic, legit example of what our team leaders and our senior team leaders and everybody above could be doing. But it starts as a representative being brave enough to go into tools, find the words that you want to use, and get out there and start to hustle. And it can be just 30 minutes here and there, but you got to make the time. You got to want it bad enough, like you want to take a shower and wash your hair, and like you want to keep your kids alive by feeding them. Like, you have to want it. And I hope it doesn't, Becky's not laughing. She's not impressed with me, I can tell. I'm just kidding, Becky. I'm just kidding. You're just on my screen, you and Jess. I can tell when Jess isn't listening, too, because her eyes look away. I'm kidding, Jess. But what we wanted you guys to see is, like, we're real people like you. We like to hide behind things, too. And as you know me, Jess knows me well, I love to make excuses about working out and like, eating custard instead of, like, doing what I should be doing nutritionally, because it's so much easier to just say, like, I'm in the mom season. I'm not paleo anymore. I don't care if I'm 30 pounds overweight. Like, I'm good. But I'm not going to do that anymore, because it starts to trickle into other areas of your business or in your life. And in my case, it's my business then. I like to hide behind the things that are hard. And yes, I am a crier, you guys. When I have to learn a new computer system, it makes me, like, for 3 days, I hardly slept waiting for that thing to go live. So don't do that to yourself. Like, just dig in. It took me 1 hour. I got my parties submitted, and all is good. Like, I just want you to take that message away in life tonight. Like, you have all you need now. I could go on and on about Sonara's examples, because the next example I think is like $46,000 if you recruit the 5 people for the coach purse. And again, that's assuming that 1 person falls off, 2 people stay working. I think in the coach purse one, 2 people fall off, 3 people stay working, or something like that. So she did it very realistic, like, here are some normal stats for our business. So, okay, Carissa, what do you want to add so that we get to wrap this up and we stay on time? What did I miss?
I think everything's great. It's just, and sometimes we sound like a broken record. Sometimes it's like, oh, I heard this before. Yep, we talked about this. But sometimes it's just a nice, friendly reminder to get, when you get off these calls, like, yeah, I need to kick myself in the butt, and I need to just sit down and just do it. And I always tell people, if it's people on my team, like, if this is something you're working, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have to make the time to sit down and just do the reaches and do income producing activities. And your business is going to grow. Kayla and I say it all the time, and it will. Your business will grow. By December, you'll have the recruits, you'll have the parties you want. And you know what, guys? When it gets to that point where you have the parties where you want them every single month, and you're leaving your house however many times or whatever it is that you're doing, you're not going to have to work that hard to sit when you're sitting at home to book other parties, because you're booking parties at your parties. So think about that. Kathy McCool said that in one of the training videos. You book at your parties, you don't have to work that hard at home to book parties, because you already got them. So that's all.
I actually think that's why, like, I know I was talking to Jess today. Jess Huffman's a team leader. She's on tonight. And, we were talking just about, like, her business, but also just other people's businesses. And just, like, putting this in perspective, like, if you don't do regular parties, it's so much harder to, like, get the hostess to stick, because you don't have those magic words that you're practicing all the time. Then you're not in front of enough people to, like you said, Carissa, keep your calendar full. And then that's why I also meet my new business, teammates, my partners. I meet them by being consistent and going out. So I just want to say, like, I've always said this, the hardest part about my job is honestly keeping Macaulay away from, like, things he could hurt himself on during the day while I try to work my business. But it's not keeping my calendar full or finding people that are interested in the business. That comes from my heart and from the pure consistency that I provide my business. So even if that's not your goal, you guys, to be a stay-at-home mom, like, I get it. Hey, amen. I wish some days I was not a stay-at-home mom. But I want you to hear, like, the steps were the same when I worked full-time. I didn't, like, randomly do a party here and there. Like, I had a pretty good calendar of trying to leave the house once a week. I don't know if Renee's on. I think she is still on. But Renee and I were talking today, too. And one of the things that she said is a goal for her is not to have big gaps in her calendar where she doesn't go out. Because, Carissa, just like you said, it makes you feel kind of like you're getting out of the groove again. And then you feel like, man, I haven't gone to a party now in a couple weeks. I haven't booked something in a couple weeks. And it kind of throws you out of your consistent groove. So having for her a party every week or 2 events a week is really going to keep her on track and build up that confidence. So she's never working as hard at home as maybe we feel like we are when we first launch our business. But I 100% agree with what you just said. I think it's a great thought to close on. My days are filled with craziness because I love to do all kinds of crazy things for you guys and come up with different things and do crazy, silly things for my customers. But if I was just to take the time I would need to just do invites now with the new system, just do my parties and, just provide you guys the best training I can, my business is reducing by hours thanks to all the new training and tools. And because I go out and I meet the people, my calendar stays full from that. So I just want to really break it down. You're in control. You have all you need, and we hope tonight empowered you to go out and make it happen. Any questions? We have a minute or two, and then I really want to respect time and get off, especially because our team leaders are going to do a call right after this, and I want to make sure we don't go past everyone's bedtime. Because I'm like a grandma.
You are not.
I know, I'm the wild tree ninja. Just kidding. I'm up till 1 in the morning. I love what I do, you guys. So 9 o'clock is bedtime at our house, and then I usually work for a couple hours. Right, Carissa?
Yep. Not me. Dawn knows. She messaged me at 10. She's not going to hear from me until in the morning.
You can message me, Dawn. I'm up late, and I get up before Carissa, so.
I need my sleep.
It's good to know. Every once in a while, I'm up late. I try to limit it. Otherwise, it's really crazy.
I don't know. I just feel right now in this season, God, I'm good with 5 to 6 hours. I know you're supposed to get more, so I'm not encouraging you guys not to sleep. I'm just telling you, for my family, I feel so good when every piece of laundry, I know I'm crazy. I am like a ninja. All the laundry's got to be folded. Everything's got to be out of the sink in the kitchen. I just sleep better, and I feel when I sleep hard, and then I'm back up again at it again the next day. So
yeah, you're nuts.
A tiny wee bit. That's why you all love me. Or none of you do, and you just pretend. It's okay.
You just drink a lot when you're around.
Gee, thanks. That is just lovely. I got real friends.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I tell you. Okay, well, let's wrap it up then, Dawn, if you want to go ahead and end the recording. And then I'm going to kick everybody off the line so that we can do our monthly team leader call. Leaders, if you can stay up, that'd be awesome. We don't record that call. We're just going to have a little chat here about a couple things. And we won't stay on long, I promise. We'll be off long before 9:30. But thank you all so much again for tuning in. Dawn, I can't say it enough. Thank you for recording it and being so on top of things. I'm so grateful for you. And Carissa, as always, I love partnering with you. So thanks for doing these calls with me.
Thanks for holding me accountable to do.
You got it. You got it. Okay.
Recording.
All right. I'm going to kick everybody off.